Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, welcome back, folks. We've seen some changes out there outside the studios here over the past 20 to 30 minutes. As you can see, we're starting to see that rain coming back down, those scattered showers redeveloping here along the Wasatch Front just in time for the morning commute. We're at 45 degrees outside the studios now with that rain activity beginning to come down. Now, most of this is light activity, but still, it's enough to put a damper on that morning commute for you. Temperatures upper 30s in Cache Valley. We've got temperatures in the mid 40s there along the Wasatch Front. Low to mid 40s in the Uintas, 30s and 40s across the rest of the state, and low 50s across far southwestern portions of the state this morning. As we look at the weather map, this pesky upper level low continues to swirl that moisture in. Again, everything rotating counterclockwise around this area of low pressure. And while the most widespread activity is focused down towards the south, again, as I mentioned, some of that moisture is producing more scattered shower activity, now pushing out of the Wasatch back along the I-15 corridor. So just know you're going to run into some damp roadways out there this morning if you're getting ready to hit the roads, heading off to work and school early on. And as you look down towards the south and west, we're seeing this batch of shower activity that's been pretty steady during the overnight hours into the early morning hours beginning to fade out now as it continues to kind of wash out, pushing down towards the south. Now, in the high-end mountains above about 9,000 feet, that's where we're seeing this rain falling as snow. And so we picked up several inches of snow in some of our southern mountains, and we're likely going to pick up an additional 1 to 3 inches this morning. So watch out, especially along State Route 12, and if you're traveling along I-15 there across the mountain passes between Beaver and Cedar City, just know there is the chance of more accumulating snow throughout the morning hours. Should taper off by lunchtime, though, so that's the good news. Now, also notice, we've got a low, not zero, but a low-end chance that we could see a little bit of flash flooding potentially in some of our recreating areas here across far southern Utah. So keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about making plans heading to some of the parks today. Just know there is a slight chance of a little bit of flash flooding. Not a high chance, but something that we want you to be aware of nonetheless. As we go throughout today, again, we've got these new scattered showers developing across the north. That moisture will slowly push back down towards the south and west as we go throughout lunchtime. And by the afternoon hours, we watch a new slug of moisture coming in from the south and east here out of Colorado, pushing into eastern Utah. And some of that may rotate all the way back to the I-15 corridor by this evening. So again, the chance of scattered showers and downpours will stick around with us for today. As we go into your Wednesday, we start to see that influence of high pressure building in, just a very slight chance of an isolated shower. And by Thursday, we're talking about much drier and also hotter conditions building in as the weather pattern completely changes. In fact, the heat dome will be building over the area as we get towards the end of the week, heading into the weekend. And you can see that goes all the way up towards the Canadian border, up into the upper plain states here. And that means we're going to see those temperatures really soaring with the warmest day, I think, with that southwesterly flow coming in on Sunday. But we could have signs that there's a cooler and a more unsettled weather pattern returning as we go into next week. But between now and then, look at the warming trend on the way. The Wasatch Front, we're going to be seeing these temperatures climbing into the mid-80s and eventually closing in on potentially 90 degrees by the end of the weekend. And in St. George, we're going to be seeing these temperatures again bumping up as well, getting well above average as we'll be climbing up potentially into the mid-90s. Yeah, the mid-90s. Are you ready for the heat wave heading our way by the weekend? St. George, we're looking at temperatures near 70 today with those scattered showers and thunderstorms off and on throughout the day. Just a slight chance on Wednesday as we start to dry it out. Upper 70s for a high. We're in the mid-80s Thursday, 90s low, and then eventually mid-90s as we go throughout the weekend. So sunshine and hot conditions expected. The Wasatch Front scattered showers out there for us today, only in the mid-60s, but we return to the 70s for your Wednesday and the Thursday. And look at that, by the weekend, we're in the mid to upper 80s for highs with just a slight chance of a pop-up shower.